Everyone, this is Eddie with DK Pittsburgh Sports. Just wanted to let you know before we get into Steelers today that this show, as always, is brought to you by BetQL, the only app that you're going to need to make smart bets and get an advantage over your sportbook. Check this out. They scan over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you a best bet recommendation for every game in every single major sport. It covers everything: spreads, over-unders, player prop bets. Not only they got you covered on every bet, but their algorithms look at historical performance, matchups, weather, injuries, coaching, and so much more. They give you in-game line movements so that you can jump on bets in real time. It's sharp data to see who the pros are backing so that you're not left behind. So if you want to get started right now, you can do one of two things. You can go to try.betql.co/DKPS, or just make your life easy and download the BetQL app. Again, that's try.betql.co/DKPS if you're going to go online. Enter code DKPS at checkout for 25% off any subscription, or if you use the BetMGM offer, you get a free year of BetQL. BetQL's best bets algorithms went 13-2 on 5-star bets for the Week 1 NFL games between Thursday and Sunday. So you definitely need to take advantage of BetQL now. Well, hey everybody, welcome to Steelers Today. I'm your host, Eddie Provident. With me is our Steelers expert, Dale Lolley. Dale, we heard from Ben Roethlisberger today, and we know that he has this pectoral injury. He give you any insight? Did he give anyone any insight on how that happened, or what he's feeling like?
He said he didn't know exactly when it happened, other than the fact that it happened early in the game. He was hit 10 times in the game, sacked 2 other times. But he said, it really only hurts when he, extends away from his body, or when he's pushing himself off of something or something like that. So my expectation is that he'll play on Sunday. By the time the game rolls around, if he has to take a little numbing shot in that side or whatever
right.
it is, it's not his throwing side. There'll be some pain tolerance things there. He's proven over the years that he's a tough guy. But the one thing that he did say, and he mentioned this over and over again today, is that he needs to play better. I did a breakdown on DK Pittsburgh Sports of all of Roethlisberger's throws this year and where they've been to. And if you look at it, you break it down, it's largely the same chart that it was last year. Mm-hmm. He's connecting on some of his throws down the left sideline, missing down the right sideline, and ignoring the deep middle as they did last year. So, that has to change. They got to attack more blades of grass, as Mike Tomlin likes to say. They got to attack the middle of the field. Now, I thought they did take some steps towards doing that on Sunday against the Raiders, incorporating Najee Harris and Pat Freiermuth into the passing game a little bit more. Those guys give you people that can work the middle. Obviously, Juju Smith-Schuster can do that as well. It can't just be shots down the sidelines to Chase Claypool or Deontay Johnson. Your offense can't be that.
Do you think we're going to see more of the tight ends? You talked about attacking the middle of the field, and I think I agree with you 100%. That's something that they have to do. They've got to find a way to get guys off of the line of scrimmage to open up room for Najee Harris. So does that mean we're going to see more of Pat Freiermuth and more of Eric Ebron? Because Eric Ebron's a name we really haven't heard a lot so far in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, just 4 targets for him thus far this season. He's a weapon. I know people love to hate him, but he's a weapon.
I don't know why people love to hate him. I mean, I get that he's not a blocker, and this is, that rough, tough town where, your tight end has to be that Heath Miller type. But
think of him in the same vein that the Raiders used Darren Waller.
Yeah,
Darren Waller doesn't block anybody.
No, but he does what he goes out and catches passes, and he does it well. I think you even referred to him last week as basically just a wide receiver. And Eric Ebron's that type of guy. You're right. I don't get the hate for Eric Ebron.
Yeah, and I look, I think it's carried over from what he was in Detroit. Everybody in Detroit hated him because the Lions overdrafted him. They made him the 8th pick in the draft. That's too high. I think it was the 8th, somewhere in that range.
It was high, yeah.
He was a first-round draft pick. Everybody expected him to come out and be the
next big
Gronk.
guy. Yeah,
and that he's not that. But that doesn't mean he's not a weapon. Freiermuth's the same thing here. They can use these guys as a weapon. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Deontay Johnson this week, because if Deontay Johnson's not available, now maybe you can incorporate more of those 2 tight end sets out of need,
right?
Really, more
it's
than
necessity,
anything else.
Yeah,
necessity
absolutely.
kind of changes things a little bit. we're still trying to. I think the Steelers are really still trying to figure out. We're trying to figure out what the Matt Canada offense will look like. The Steelers are trying to figure that out as well. And so, there's growing pains here. The problem is that because the defense is now banged up, the Steelers don't have time for the offense to be going through growing pains. They need the offense to step up in a big way this week.
Absolutely. And the best way, I still say this, the best way for the offense to get going is to see Najee Harris get more touches. I know he's getting a lot of snaps. He went from, he did get less this week. He went from every snap down to, 54 of 56 or 53 of 56?
Benny Snell played 3 snaps, which Benny Snell should not see the football field.
I still, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day.
If you're going to put somebody else in there, use Kalen Ballage. At least he has some speed to challenge a defense. That's another story.
Yeah, but I think, if we see Najee Harris touch the ball more, get some more runs in there, try to really, I generally don't like the idea of forcing the run game even when it's not working, but I think in this situation, this is a special situation where you really have to establish the run game because Ben's a little dinged up. The offensive line is better at run blocking, and they need to do something. They've got to keep on the field.
Here's what I'd like to see more of. I'd like to see Harris used more in the passing game because I think that also occupies the linebackers and keeps them from attacking the line of scrimmage. So I'd like to see him use more like I don't care whether you split him out, whether you run him out of the backfield on wheel routes, things of that nature. He showed you last week what he can do in the passing game on a 25-yard touchdown catch. If you get the ball in his hands and he makes somebody miss, he's a problem in running to the secondary.
Yep. Well, that about wraps it up. Again, we'll Sunday against the Bengals. We got a lot to talk about this week. But for Dale Lolley for DK Pittsburgh Sports, I'm Eddie Provident. Thanks for watching Steelers Today.